So peace and blessings, everybody. I'm your girl, Wendy Zizzo, here with Kirk the Jerk and Nappy Red, and we are
Yup,
Awareness
yup.
Academy 411, here to give you the 411 on just different things going on in the world, give you some knowledge, some jewels, some wisdoms, it's all for educational purposes only. If you try this at home, it's on you, and if it don't apply, let it fly, because that's just what it is. We here in service of the community and the world to offer them our essences. So peace,
That's
y'all.
right.
What's goody?
Oh, you got
He
it.
said, that's right.
With
That's right. That's
so,
right.
so the sound off starts with red. What is the sound off today,
Absolutely.
Yeah, the
brother?
sounds. Yeah,
Yeah, sound
matter
off.
of fact, I got two sound off. The first one is like, when will you tell your kids about the birds and the bees and
Oh
everything?
yeah, I
Like,
seen
you know what I'm
that.
saying?
Yeah, yeah.
What type of age will you tell your kids about it? Because with this new generation and everything that's going on, you got man and girl and girl. So how about your kid come home and said they want to go with someone from the same sex too? How will you deal with that?
Hmm.
Sound off on
That's an
that.
interesting one. I would say
Hmm.
gauge by your child's personality of what age, because you can tell if your child is a little bit more advanced or not. I would
Yeah.
say
Hmm.
somewhere between 8 and 10, maybe 8 and 12, like in that age range, just depending on the child, because some kids are smart at young age. I know I was. My ass was curious, and I was learning stuff and seeing things, and yeah,
Yeah.
so so like, don't underestimate that your kids is as curious as you was. And you know how
Yeah.
parents would say, "Oh, if you think that you can pull something on me cuz I did everything, know that your child is doing that
No,
same
you
everything that you
can't.
was
Yeah,
doing too." And
yeah.
then some, but it also depends on the child's personality. You know what I mean? Like some kids are more
Yeah, that's
inverted
true.
and introvert, and they're quiet. They don't pay attention to stuff like that. So how would I talk about it? First, I would talk about the anatomy and
Hmm.
the biology and the STDs. Then I would go in
Yeah.
that order.
Yeah.
The STDs and babies and where they come from.
All
I'll
that.
go as
Yeah.
far as showing a birthing video. Mess
Uh-huh.
around if you want. I think with my
Yeah.
daughter, I didn't show her birthing video. I was showing her like pictures of different STDs and stuff like that. And
STDs and stuff.
yeah, she
Yeah.
had to
That's
be
it.
like maybe 9 or 10 when I had the conversation with her.
Okay. Yeah.
I wanted her to
Yeah.
know
That
sooner
sound
than
right.
later.
That
Cause
sound right.
also
Yeah.
too, what you think they're not learning from you, they gonna learn from kids they age, their peers.
Yeah.
And
That's a
some of these
fact.
kids
That's
are
Yeah.
true.
smart and they bad. So
Yeah.
your kids will learn. They probably know more than you think they do.
They're a lot more advanced than you think they are. Yep,
Yeah.
that's
Hmm.
what I learned.
Yeah. That's a
And
fact.
also, I think being able to sit and have those type of conversations with your kids, it builds a confidence
Hmm.
and a trust with them that they can speak to you about anything.
Yeah. Anything. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If
Yep.
you hold back on those type of conversations, you're inhibiting your relationship and your growth with them, because they're learning things that you learned already. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
their first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Exactly.
So
Because
if you ain't there with them, it makes it harder for them,
yeah.
or worse
Because
on you.
you got kids that's getting pregnant at 12. You got
Yep.
Yeah, early.
so you know what I'm saying. So like you said, like a not like 9, that's when the curiosity start kicking in. They be like, "Hold up, what's you know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
what's going on?" And then also, I really want to talk about the same sex thing too, because now you got kids that's going to school and they saying, "I got two mommies or I got two daddies." So you definitely got to explain that to them
Yeah, I
too.
mean, I would explain it all to them. I would explain
Yeah,
what heterosexual relationship looks
yeah,
like, what homosexual relationship looks like.
Mhm.
I teach them about transvestite, the whole
no,
LGBTQ. Like, you're gonna get a
yeah,
whole lesson on it.
Teach them
You know
yeah.
what
about
I
the
mean?
alphabet. Yep.
Yeah,
The
got the
alphabet,
whole
Yeah.
alphabet. Like, really, because again, if you don't teach them yourself, they're gonna learn it from somewhere else.
someone else.
They're
Yeah,
gonna learn. They're
So
gonna learn in a way you don't want them to learn it. So you
that
better
yeah.
off
and
teaching
they're
them.
gonna misuse that information too, because now they're gonna
Place.
be
Yeah,
misguided on what to do
Yeah.
with that information. Then the curiosity that killed the cat is who is gonna start killing.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a fact. Cause like in my school, my middle school, I see a lot of gay stuff going on in there.
Yeah.
Like a lot of girls, a lot of boys, different nationalities too. And I'm
Hmm.
like, wow, like yo, this is crazy.
It's like an indoctrination now. Like it's different. See, the whole thing is when it comes to like homosexuality, the things that I have issues with is I just would like this for them to get older to which I know is not ideal because a lot of times they're exposed to all kinds of elements. I don't
Mm,
think we need to be making homosexuality as the biggest picture when it comes to school. I think it was more about history because it seemed like when it talk about Black history, they always want to add LBGT with it. That's
yeah,
not that's not how it works because one thing is I'm born this. Behaving this is different than me born in this. I born this way and I behave this way. That's what Dr. Umar Johnson said, and it made sense because you can decide to not want to do gay activities tomorrow, but I can't decide I'm not going to be black tomorrow.
yeah. That's a,
It's
yeah.
not going to stop me from being black. I could wake up in the morning. I said, "Yeah, I'm gonna be white today. I'm gonna be a Caucasian," and I walk outside like, "Hello, hello," and they be like, "Excuse me, bro."
Mhm.
He said hello, hello.
He said,
That's
bro.
what he said. Extra proper. Hello, you can throw a pinky up
Said,
and
bro.
shit. Nah.
So they need to just make it more. They just need to make it. They need to get rid of these pronouns because I think that's what's really confusing people. These pronouns, him, hers, and she's and hers and stuff. Yo, a lot of stuff I learned in school is like you throw it out the window. Like how
Mhm.
can a person be they? I thought they was plural for more than one, right? No, or maybe I was wrong. I don't know. Maybe I didn't learn school. Maybe I didn't do good in school in English. I think I sucked in English. I think that's what it is because something's not making sense.
It's-
Dumb people. Dumb people.
I'm like, call me La. They be like, La? No, yeah, my name is La.
Dumb
I
people.
am
Dumb
La
people over
Figaro.
there.
Some
No,
people.
look. They go like this. You don't act like dumb people. Like who's dumb people?
Like, who the hell is dumb
So
people?
I'm a play. I don't know if it's devil's advocate, but I'm gonna look at it from a few different perspectives,
Uh-huh.
right? So the first perspective where I see what you're saying, Kurt. Where there's all this extra information that's. I look at it this way. I think sexuality, because that's really what it boils down to, is your
Uh-huh.
sexuality. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Uh-huh.
It's what you choose for your damn self to do with
yeah.
your damn self, right? So
Hmm.
I feel like that should be taught in a proper sex education class,
Yeah.
right? So that type of thing, if they're gonna teach it in schools, teach it in that capacity, because that's really where it applies and where it matters to I won't say matter in terms of um how you should and shouldn't behave, but it's more of just an understanding of yourself, the different changes your body's going through, you know uh in terms of there being a plan or some type of conspiracy. Is there things going on that's messing with our hormones? Yes. Lots
Yes.
Most
of things are
definitely.
going on that's messing with hormones, from
A whole bunch of
microplastics
shit.
to the hormones in your food, and it's throwing off a lot of different things. So you're
Yeah.
going to see more of these different changes happening, right? The other perspective I'm going to look at it as is from an energetic standpoint, right? We have the divine masculine, the divine feminine, and
Hmm.
we all have both. You have divine masculine and feminine energy. I have divine masculine and feminine energy, and so on and so forth, right? So all that is, or this thing we call God, there's no name. Like, people call it a he or a father. Like, if Earth is a woman, if we look at Earth as mother, we look at so many different things as mother, but that's off limits. But ancient knowledge, if you go back far enough, it was woman, right? But I don't want to get off the path. So from an energetic standpoint, since sexuality and energy and feminine energy and masculine energy can express itself in so many different ways, being that there's more of this happening, it's accelerating us to change with it, and more also understand that things come in more than black and just more than black and white. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we live in a world of just straight black and white. Like, there's different types of flowers, there's different types of trees, there's different types
You
of
know,
cats and felines and canines, and humans are not just limited to man, woman, black, white. You know, I feel like there's a whole range of colors, and realistically, it has nothing to do with you individually. Like, people like, oh, they shouldn't be this way. Mind your business. Like, it don't got nothing to do with you, what people is doing with their life and who they choose to love and lay with. Like, how does that take money out your pocket and take food off your table? Like, mind your business. You
That's
know,
true.
just
Yeah.
move on with your life. Go pick up a hobby or something. You know what I mean? Like, stop worrying about what other people do and what you think they should do. Like, who do you think you are that you should? People like, oh well, it's in the Bible. Who wrote the Bible? Where
Yeah.
did this stuff come from?
yeah,
You know
that's
what
a
I mean? Like,
fact.
go back far enough into these translations. Go learn Hebrew and then go read the original text and see what it's really talking about. Because from what I've learned, it had nothing to do with necessarily saying that homosexuality was a negative thing. It was more so of men to not be raping children.
That's true.
That's what it was really
Well,
about. And what do
I,
they wind up doing any damn way in the allegedly? It ain't alleged. They still paying people for this shit.
they was doing it. Matter of fact, the clear people in the Roman days was doing it.
He's the clear people.
Allergies.
Boing,
Like,
boing.
come on now. If we're gonna tell the truth, let's tell the truth.
Yeah, but
Don't beat
like
around the
that, the
bush.
original text
You know?
spoke on men not being pedophiles, basically. Like,
That's
that's
true.
really where what it was, and then they switched it around for it to be something about homosexuality. When
Yeah.
and me personally, I think homosexuality is a natural thing that happens. It's in all different species. You have,
I don't
when
think
I say natural, I mean like
that.
it's just something that happens. It's not like somebody's deliberately doing this. Like, you have animals that have homosexual relationships. Even when animals are young, they hump on each other. Boys hump on boys, girls hump on girls, but we are the
Mm.
only species that makes a problem out of it.
That's not insightful. Like
He said it's
my
not.
thing is this.
He's like,
I
order,
think my thing is
order,
this.
order.
Yeah, like 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 with that being said, most of the people that's gay, they've been touched or they've been raped or something happened.
I like to think a
Not
lot of
all of
them.
them.
I think a lot. I think a lot
I
because
haven't seen. Listen, I
I
know
think a
that
lot
a
of them
lot of
want
them
to
are born
deny it
that way
though.
too.
I don't
A lot of them
No,
are
believe it.
you
born
can't
that
be
way.
I don't
born that
believe it.
way. You can't be
Listen,
born
I have a little
because
cousin. I have a
look,
cousin of mine. Hold up,
Yeah.
from
uh-huh,
this boy, he has never been in any of those situations you told. This is the white side of my
uh-huh,
family, right?
Okay.
So or I should say the Sicilian side, because I ain't white. Damn it, Sicilians is black people in denial. But on
Black
my
people.
Sicilian side, my
Yeah.
cousin, he was a bit flamboyant from when he first started talking. Like, you could see it in his mannerisms. And he did grow up to be a gay man, which I love him to death. Have nothing
Yeah.
against him, but I
But what
seen it at a very young age.
did he had
So
a lot of men around him though? Because sometimes that
yeah,
plays a
he
role in
grew
it.
up with his mama and his daddy, and he got two other little brothers, and one sister.
See, I grew up
see,
around my mother, so now I know how to argue a lot. Now I'm just playing.
Well, a lot of men express more feminine traits than they do masculine because they were raised by their mother. That's why guys be bitching back and arguing back with women. Once you start arguing back with a woman, you are a woman. You act like a woman.
Word, bitch ass, right?
yeah, because see, that's the whole thing. It's
Yeah.
like I argue with people about this because when you born and when you growing up, certain people don't know if you a boy or a girl or you black or white. You don't know all of that trait that's growing up and stuff. You got to be taught that. Most of the people is taught being gay, taught being racist. They are
Well, then on a level, then
I
you're
think
taught
it's a
that
learned
you're a boy
behavior.
and you're taught that you're a girl. Like you're just a being that's existing,
Yeah.
and you're attracted to either this or that. But we live in a social construct that has created these compartmentalized standards now that this is what this is and that's what that is. Why not just look at it neutrally? We're just these spiritual beings, nature. We're walking, talking, creating nature beings. Remember, it's human being.
Mhm.
Let's take away human for a second. Being, and we're
Yeah.
just existing in life. And what it
That's
is,
true.
however you choose to flow with that, and whatever's coming from within inside of you, whether it's learned or not, that's your way of expressing yourself.
That's true.
That's just what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's
Well,
what I was
I
saying from
just
an
think,
energetic
yeah,
standpoint, but that's another perspective, though.
yeah. I just think that's all
I get
wrong.
your
It's
perspective,
basically
though,
all
Red.
wrong.
I listen. I don't
I'm not.
disagree with your perspective. I don't. I get it. There's more than one way to see it. Me, I don't care. You know,
No,
I
no, no, no. I don't care either.
just like I can
But
hate
just don't.
everybody equally. I can
Yeah,
love everybody
yeah,
equally.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
true.
Because see, my thing is this: they will put that first, then us, and everything, and
Well,
it been going
yeah.
through
If we're
that
gonna talk about that agenda,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, it been going for years. Just like with the civil rights movement, they
Yeah.
put other people first,
Of
but it
course,
was supposed to
yeah.
be for us. So you know what I'm saying? That's why I said all of this is a game. Matter of fact,
They always do that. He's
yeah,
absolutely right. They
Nah,
always have a different
that part I
component.
100% agree
mm.
with, and
But
Did you see
your
African American
man
Asian
Trump,
studies?
hold up,
My
hold up,
bad.
hold up.
Yeah.
Your man Trump just told people don't put that pride flag up in none of the government stuff now. I just seen that come through. I was like, oh, wait a
oh, he's doing a
minute.
few things. He actually
Yeah,
just
yeah,
he just did
yeah. He's
an
going in.
executive order to
Get rid of black stuff at Smithsonian.
no, oh yeah, definitely
Because
get it. The
he just did
Smithsonian. He's
that
going
one
after the
too.
Smithsonian.
Oh my God.
The
Because
Smithsonian. I'm like over here
the
tripping on my
federal
words.
government has
Wait,
that.
what was it? I just seen it today. One that trans women can't compete in women's sports, which I agree with. Like make specifically trans sports. Like
yeah, exactly.
stop doing that. Like that's wrong.
I think
You
that's
know?
great. A transported. I think making
that would be
a
dope.
lead for them. And the thing is, they gotta understand. They like they want their rights, but they gotta understand they can't infringe on other people's rights. And I think it's not fair that a girl work her whole life, working herself out, and then go and play in a sport and be one of the best players, and the next thing you know, a person that was a male before
I was
plays in a
biologically
man's
male.
sport and wasn't that good, but jump into the female sport and become number one.
Yeah.
You see what happened with the swimming league. The swimming league, the guy
Yeah.
was like what?
Yeah.
400? He went
Yeah.
there number one in the women's. Like, come on, man. It's no
That's
comparison.
abuse. Well, that just is another tall tale sign of the disrespect for the feminine energy that the patriarchy has created in our mindsets. Like just the fact that they'll go as far as saying that these people are now a woman. Like I'm a biological woman, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You can't put a trans woman to compete with a true biological woman on a biological standpoint, right?
That's
so
a fact, yeah.
that right there already puts them in their own class. So
Yeah.
be in your own class. There's nothing wrong with just making your own lane. You know what I mean?
Well,
Just,
see,
and this is why I say, and this is the reason why Trump even got the opportunity to be elected, or even
we
got
can
the
still love
opportunity
you
to
in your
get far,
lane.
because he knows that that's a very unpopular position to have when it comes to going hard for the trans community and not going hard for every other community. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think
that's
he's
why
doing
he did
it for that reason.
No, but I know we know he don't care, but he's smart. He understood that the American people, because most American people, I don't know why Democrats are still going crazy over trans shouldn't play in this sport. They should be able to play in the sport with the women. They still going hard. They just recently went hard over that. And I'm saying to myself, why y'all trying to die on that one hill? Nobody, it's not popular. It makes you unpopular. Y'all need to get rid of that. And even if y'all want to do
I don't
something
even
about
know
it,
why it's even a topic.
yeah,
Like,
because that's
leave it
only a small
alone.
percentage
Like,
of
it
people.
was
It's like
fine.
this.
Everything was fine just the way it was. Like, leave it alone. Like,
It's
why
a
you gotta
ludicrous-
reverse it all? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Just let it be what it's been, And if you choose, okay, you're going to start cutting certain programs or something like that, all right, let them figure it out. Just like how
Yeah,
he's doing with the Department of Education and putting it on the states. Okay, the government's not going to fund these certain programs, so y'all figure it out. Y'all do
that's it.
fundraisers and y'all make products and sell them, and create your own funding for these programs if you think that they're that important. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
that goes in anything.
yeah,
You know,
but the whole thing is, I think what left a bad taste in Americans' mouth, even with the Black Lives Matter thing. Why in the hell black people was okay with them spraying that, putting that Black Lives Matter all over the street, all over the place? I knew that was an issue. We know any real
that
black people know
BLM
that's an
ish
issue
was
because it was
like,
smearing. It was smearing Black Lives Matter. Instead of it making it look like, okay, Black lives do matter. All right, cool. We could get, some white people. Oh, we could get aboard on that. But once you start putting it on the street, going all the way down and stuff, who give a fuck about symbolic shit? I want legislation. I
I was
could care
about to
less
say, I
about
want some
symbolic shit.
laws passed
Black
right
people,
now. I want
yo,
some
they don't,
reparations.
and the Democrats does, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest pet peeves I have with the Democrats. They do a good job, even the Republicans, but mainly the Democrats do a good job of giving us symbolic victories. Fuck all that symbolic shit. Give me something that's tangible that I can touch. A
That could
policy,
actually
Democrat,
propel
something
the,
that can
my
really do something
family's
for us.
net worth.
yeah, the Democrat is just gonna put a mask on it. That's it.
Yeah,
Listen, I don't choose
That's all
sides.
they've
I just
been
say the whole
doing.
damn government. I don't care what
Yeah.
side it is. It's either Republican or Democrat. They all ain't shit,
because
and they all
Republicans are
doing
not
shit.
fighting. Think about it.
I'm not picking
Republicans,
sides with these
Trump is
people,
doing all this
with
stuff,
these
and Republicans
situations.
not fighting harder. I look at it like this: why, if he's doing all this illegal stuff to do whatever he want to do with this country, then why the hell y'all don't do illegal shit back? Why y'all waiting for trying to do things the right way? Right way is not working right now. How about that? If you really care about this country like you say you do as a politician, y'all need to break the fucking law the same way he does.
One of the
Because if
things
y'all
that
don't, that's just some weak bitch.
so
I'm
Trump
being
has only been
considerate.
in office for what, January, so February, March, April, right? We're about to go. So it's been 2.5 months he's been in office,
Flip
right?
this shit
And
upside
all of these,
down.
this look at this math right here. So he's only been in office for 2.5 months, and he's coming with a load of like a list, a laundry list of all these different things, right? This to me is proof. Because let's just talk about Greenland and Iceland, how America wants to buy Greenland and Iceland. They've been trying to do that since the late 1800s.
That's
this
true.
ain't nothing new.
Yeah,
Just like when
exactly.
I forgot which president was. I think it was in the 60s or 70s when they bought Alaska.
Yeah.
Andrew Jackson, no, not Andrew Jackson. That's way far back. But when this president, I'm totally like having a blank spot right now. When he wanted to go and buy Alaska, everybody was like, "Nah, you crazy!" And they wanted Greenland and Iceland back then too. But because everybody was bugging out about Alaska, that kind of fell by the wayside. But it was still on the list, right?
Russia wanted
So
back.
who else could be the clown or the more radical person to carry out this list that has been building for years? So all the things that you see him doing, this is not his ideas.
Nah,
this
it's
is all
not.
this is the
He's
list
not-
that he
he's
was
not
told.
capable.
This is what you're gonna do when we put you in office.
It's not even Elon Musk's idea, because Elon Musk is not as intelligent as I thought he was.
Nah, he's not.
There's a lot of people behind
He's not.
him. Like, now
Oh,
you know who's the
Elon
most
Musk, he's a great businessman. He is a great
Great
businessman.
He's a
I do not give because
crook.
if he was so
my
intelligent that
opinion,
he could
people,
actually
just
create
entertainment
these
purpose.
systems himself, he wouldn't have said half of the dumb shit that he said.
Okay, so look,
he don't know how to create nothing. All he does is he know what's a good. He said, okay,
He's like
Like-
Edison.
like-
he
like,
gets
yeah.
all the slaves to do it. He pays them.
like look,
But-
perfect
Puts
example.
but
his
see, but they taking the page from the British book.
yeah.
The whole shit is from back then when America became America,
Colonialism and stuff.
and what they do. They came and they stole land from this land, that land, that land. So now, this day of age, they just going for a bigger slice now.
I'll even
Okay,
do this.
look.
I'll even throw this out there. Before they started the apartheid in South Africa, which is how Musk's family got their money, right? They came to America to study how we did our slavery and racism, and they took
And
that
worked
and
that
implemented it over there.
Exactly.
And
So,
the
but
difference
it-
between there and here, the
Theirs is
apartheid
cleaner.
ended. Why? Because people got tired. It was like, nah, I'm not doing this. We ain't doing it no more.
Mm-hmm.
But nevertheless, they racism was a lot cleaner than ours. Ours was made more raunchier.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If they just took little points from us and put it over there, it's not. It's like a copy paste. It's not the same thing. Like over here, they took it to a whole nother level of savagery.
Willie Lynch letter, that I read that letter.
They say the Willie Lynch letters are fake, but I think the
It could be.
principles and the ideologies that's
Makes
in
all
it
the
is
sense,
what
yeah.
the consensus is.
Yeah,
Period.
to this day, no
Yeah,
debate.
it's like all
It
right,
could be fake.
maybe the Willie Lynch letters are not authentic, but the ideas in them, that's what they would do.
It's still happening to this day. It's the same process.
Yeah,
Like
same
you
shit.
know, the key is if we want to look at raw numbers, is who has the biggest population in the world, at least the second, we do. If you count us in Africa, if you count us in America, if you count us in Brazil and all those places, we're like the second largest race on this planet. And the best thing you could do is give us all a set of different identities. We all have different identities. We all have different identities, and that's the reason why they're able to do what they do. And one thing about a white man, he knows he's a white man no matter what country he's in. You know what I'm saying? He knows he's a white man. He knows that he's probably Anglo-Saxon or whatever he is, but he knows it, and he has that identity because he wasn't stripped the way we were. But we have a lot of different identities. I understand that we didn't initially come from Africa in recent time, but we are a product of it. That's the reason why if we live in the colder part of America, we have vitamin D deficiency. Why? Because we don't get enough heat. Why? Because we're meant to be in the sun.
Yeah.
We're meant to be in a
we
hot
not
climate.
at home.
We're not at home, my nigga.
Now listen, when I was in Egypt, that's some real sun, boy.
That's a different kind of sun.
I
was riding. When that sun was hitting my skin, I was like, "Ooh, that's some real sun right there."
Yo, Red, I want to go out there, bro. I'm come back. I'm like, my name is Curtis. I see.
Yeah, I would love to pick up a accent out there, but we wouldn't be Awareness Academy if we didn't also include what solutions can we do to help deal with all this shit that we just spoke about, right? Yeah. Number one, and I'm going to reiterate what Kendrick Lamar says, turn your TV off. Why? Turn your TV off and start reading books. Read as much self-help, self-development, science, finance. Read. That's one thing you could do.
That's it.
And if you don't have physical books, you can do audio books. Listen to different, like the whole point of me bringing this up is saying you need to change your mindset, right? And you have to understand that the way that your brain works is there's neural pathways in your brain that are formed when you learn things, right? Whether you master in a skill or some type of technique, when you're consistently and repetitiously practicing something, you create neural pathways in your brain. So now these things become like second nature to you, like driving or riding a bike, right? It's the same thing with the type of thoughts that you think on a day-to-day basis. If you're always enamored with bad news, you're now creating these neural pathways, and they know this. They're creating these neural pathways in your brain to keep you at a low vibration, to keep you stressed out, to keep you worried. And what does that do? It lowers your immune system. It puts more stress on your body. It makes you more susceptible to ailments and diseases and mental illnesses, right? So turning off your TV and starting to read more. Journaling, like people, I wrote this book here, The Secret Power of Journaling. I wrote this book because people do not understand how powerful writing your words down on paper is, what it does for your brain and what it does for your being. Like, you're literally writing in your brain when you're writing things down. Like, that's why it's easier to remember notes when you take them, when you write them down.
Yeah.
You know, that typing stuff, you need pen and paper.
That's a fact.
But reading more books and just basically giving your brain more healthier food to digest. Because go ahead, Red.
Also, when you said reading, read the laws that they gave us and defend yourself, because the laws that
learn law
they
language.
Gave us, that like if you know the law, you could defend yourself against aggressive oppressors.
I will say that the Black Law Dictionary, if people was to read the Black Law Dictionary, oh my God, It
Oh,
would
yeah.
shock,
Oh, yeah.
it would bug you
Mhm.
out just to read the Black Law Dictionary. You can read either volume 1, 2, or 3. Yo, if you have to understand that there is a system in place. We call it the judicial system, right? They have their own language.
Yeah,
They
that's
have their
true.
own
Yeah,
rules.
yeah. And
And when you
see,
learn
yeah,
law, you can play their game and they
yeah.
don't play it against you.
But see, but
It's-
that's the whole thing. They trick you out of the law. They make you a felony, make you this and make you that. So
Yep.
that's when they take your rights away from you. Now
They
you like,
dehumanize you.
oh,
I
I
just had this
can't do this.
conversation with my daughter
Yeah,
today. That's funny.
yeah. like,
I
like,
just
like
brought that up.
I can't do this. I can't do that. Now, if you don't have a felony, you can bear arms now.
That's
you know
true.
what I'm saying? You can sit around, you can walk around with an arm. And that's why they sit there and
Legally.
throw the drugs in the community and this in the community. Once you get that F, that's when they take your rights away from you.
That's
And
true.
I
you know
was
what I'm
just
saying?
explaining that to my daughter how slavery still exists to this day.
Yeah,
It just
exactly.
changed, and
It
it's
transformed.
it's the
Mhm.
prison system, right?
Mhm,
And she was like,
mhm.
yeah, but it's not, people, they keep going to jail. No, what's happened is there's systems and laws and unjust laws that are in place that will put somebody in the position, and just say poverty
Yeah.
alone, right? So you're
Yeah.
pushing people into this space where they have no choice but to do these things that now have laws
Exactly.
on them, right? So now
Exactly.
you put them in this position, then they get punished for it, and now they're not even human no more. They're a criminal.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah,
now
Yeah.
when you
yeah,
when you
exactly.
throw the word criminal on someone, you don't even
Uh-huh.
see them as human anymore.
That's
That's
true.
why they get their
Yeah.
rights taken away. They can't vote. They can't
Mhm.
right to bear arms because
Yeah.
they're trying to dehumanize them, so you're okay with the slavery that they're put into,
Mhm.
the enslavement that they're put into. So if people, I mean, I know y'all know people that was in prison, the shit they got them doing for a penny a day, that's
Yeah,
legal
exactly.
Oh my
slavery.
God. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
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 people on the other side is like, oh, they criminals, they deserve that. That's
yeah,
what they
it's
start
not
yeah,
like
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
that was by design. That's what they did back in
yeah,
let's
yeah.
think about it. After slavery, 1865, and we got, free or whatever, the ones that got free.
Mhm.
The problem was they didn't have no statewide prisons. So you know what they did, because they knew they wasn't gonna give us jobs? They built statewide prisons. And they knew
Yeah,
they was gonna lock
exactly.
asses up. And that's
Yeah.
when the
Oh
Jim
yeah,
Crow
the
laws
investors
came in
went
there.
in the
And we was
80s
it
when
is
they
locking us
influenced
up.
the music and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Giving us
Yeah,
10 years here, 10 years there,
yeah,
10 years
cause
there to do farm work.
I talk to people now, like the kids that want to be in the streets and want to, you know what I'm saying, run around and do what they do. But I always tell them this: if you're gonna do what you do in the streets, because you can't tell people, yo, you can't do this because this is gonna lock you up. All right, yeah, it's cool. I said black people got different rules from white people, straight up and down. If you're gonna do something out there, make your little money, illegal or illegal, whatever, but get out.
Well,
Mhm.
A
well,
lot
that's
of
the. I think
Don't
these
do it to
kids are not
become
getting the
ghetto
same
fabulous.
but I'm
no,
a,
no,
I'm a,
yeah, exactly. Like my thing is this: you got even growing up in the 80s and the 90s, you had people like you can go on YouTube right now and you see all the drug dealers, Alpos and Rich Porters and all that and everything. Now go to the mafia. You got certain mafia that was high profile, but a lot of mafia dudes is living till their rightful age right now.
yeah, they living
Mhm.
old. They not.
Oh
Living to
yeah.
their rightful age because
And they
they
got
didn't.
city jobs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There you
They
go.
own
Yeah,
Construction
yeah,
construction
jobs.
yeah,
companies.
Yup.
They
yeah. See,
chilling.
see,
But
we as a people, we want to show shit. Like we want to be in the projects.
but they had
Well,
help though.
that's the whole mind
That
fuck
it was
of the self
systematic.
image that we got programmed with. That's
It
to
Mhm.
make
it
it.
was system. They always
Some
remember.
of us got programmed with it. I was in the streets. I never caught a felony.
That's hot.
I never caught a felony
Me
because I was
neither.
scared. Look. I
I had
was
a
scared of
misdemeanor.
jail. I was scared of jail, and I always had a job.
Yeah.
Well, that was
Always,
this. See,
always had a
if you can
job.
hold a job, then you should be smart enough to not get a felony. Should be,
Exactly.
should be,
Yeah,
should be. Just like when
exactly.
like it breaks my heart, and I feel like it's like a slap in the face when I see a hip hop artist, a rapper, make it and then go to jail for some dumb shit. I'm like,
like
Yeah,
there's a
yeah,
few of
yeah,
them right now. There's
like
a few right
really?
now incarcerated.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got the
Hold up.
opportunity that even someone like me
Yeah,
wanted to have, and this is what you do with it. Like you gonna still
yeah.
be in the
But
streets?
I also was afraid of my parents.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Oh, that's
saying?
That's
that's an
different.
important thing.
That's
That's important
That's the
that's
elements to
key.
that.
different. That's not how it
That's
is
the key.
nowadays, and that's the
Yeah,
key.
no,
You're right.
exactly,
That's not.
exactly. It's like you gotta have that, like just like when I talk about the Park Hill documentary, you
Yeah.
gotta have a village. If you don't have a mother or you don't have a father, it was somebody out there that pull you to the side and be like, yo, look, you need to do this.
That's true.
And now we don't have that because now you got
These
people.
little niggas are
You got them
shooting.
kids. Who you think
You
you
can't
talking
even.
to?
You can't. You
Yeah.
can't even. You can't even try to school these young folks. You do if you
No,
want to. You might get a bullet.
but look. But it's the parents that's teaching these kids. If they disrespect you, you disrespect them.
I
But
think the parents are afraid of the kids.
no, but the parents is telling these kids this, but the kids is taking it to a different level. Well,
Yeah.
my mother said, because I hear it every day. My mother said, if you do this, I can say this and I can curse you out. Like, what the fuck? Like, get the fuck out of
The
here.
worst is when a kid is misbehaving clearly, right? And then the
Mhm.
parent comes up to the school and defends their child to hell and
Mhm.
high water. My child
Mhm.
would never do X, Y, Z. Yes, they
Exactly.
would. Why are you in
Exactly.
denial that your kid? If this is what they're telling you, your kid did, believe it and work
Yeah.
from there.
Your kid is a freaking devil. How about that?
You know, and the thing is too, though, a lot of people don't want to take responsibility for the fact that their children have been emulating them. You know,
Yeah.
they don't want to see that their
Yeah.
kids are
Yeah.
being like them. Like kids are naturally sponges. Like
Yes.
my favorite is when Elon Musk had his son in the Oval Office and he's over there whispering to Trump, "Keep your fucking mouth shut." I wonder where he heard that from. You're not the president.
That's
Yeah.
I wonder where he heard that from. Like, I don't
That's
think
the
that's an
Riri.
original thought of a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
I never knew. I
But
never knew Elon Musk couldn't talk. I never paid attention to that. Yo, your man can't really form sentence together. He can't really form a sentence together like
Probably
that.
on high on something.
but didn't
Somebody
they
say he's
say
an unchecked drug addict. They
he
stupid though.
but I heard that he was I'm not trying to say like disrespectful or anything, but
On the
they
spectrum.
said basically
Oh yeah,
he's
you could.
definitely on the spectrum.
If you have a little bit of psychology in your background and your education a little bit, you can clearly just not even if you're just a human being that's observant, you can see that he's on the spectrum somewhere.
Yeah,
a lot
he's
of us
on
are
a
though.
whole lot.
He's just on at a big scale. Like he's definitely on it, and I think with how he benefited. Once again, he got rich family, so it's not like
Yeah,
he
I
started
was
from
just
ground
about to
zero.
say that. Like,
So
when you got
even
that much money behind you, it's like
Yeah.
sky's the
there's
limit.
you're gonna make
Yeah.
think about it. Let's look at Donald Trump. Donald Trump family was millionaires, 100 millionaires back then. They gave Donald Trump money, he messed it up, but Donald Trump still understand business to some extent because he had a father
Mhm.
that was big in business. The same way Elon Musk. He might have
Yeah.
said he came here with nothing. I get sick and tired of these stories of these people saying they come to this country with nothing. Let me
So-
tell you something. You learn fucking business sense from your fucking country, and you come here and you're able to capitalize because this is a capitalist society.
Well, and
Unlike
that's
this
what
country.
your full on aim is when you come
Yeah.
here. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Because it
you're
ain't no working for
specifically going
nobody.
to another country to accomplish this goal. So that's where your attention is.
That's why-
versus you grew up here and you got to come up with the goal and then go out and achieve it. And speaking of goals and getting money, I want to shift the narrative just a little bit.
Just one
Rest in
thing.
peace to George Foreman.
Oh, rest in peace. Yeah, George
Yeah,
Foreman.
yes,
George
yes.
Foreman, the way he took his business, like what he did with that, the George Foreman grill, is a testament to how just making smart little business decisions can blow you up. I mean, his name is what also helped him, of course.
But
you know,
okay, but you know who was supposed to do that grill?
it was supposed to be someone else.
Who?
I think it was supposed to be
It
Michael
was
Jordan.
supposed to be the no. It was a white dude from wrestling.
Hulk Hogan? Ultimate
Hogan.
Warrior?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. He was
Oh
supposed
no, it
to
was
do
supposed to
that.
be Hulk
He was supposed to
Hogan.
do that first. Yeah, it was supposed to be Hulk Hogan, and Hogan didn't call back. So George Foreman was like, "All right, give me that," and
Wow.
he took it. Yeah,
Nah,
yeah. I
Hulk
did the
Hogan was just
research on
not
that.
even trying to hear it. That's what I heard.
Yeah,
He didn't even want to hear it.
but
Yeah.
So
But what I was gonna say? Damn, I was gonna say what I was gonna say before.
my bad.
Son of a bitch! I'm gonna fight
But while
you,
he's
yo.
thinking of that, everybody, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Please go to YouTube, like, share, subscribe. You know, give us
yes,
some comments. Let us
comment.
know if you even like what
Yeah,
we're talking about. If you got anything to say,
yeah.
if you got any questions. I mean, after Kurt gets his thought pattern together, I'm gonna drop a little bit more of, things that solutions on you, and I'm sure
Oh!
Go ahead.
Back. This is so random. The only the difference between the foreign people and American people, they don't really have too much jobs in other countries. A lot of countries don't really have the job structure. Either you kill it or you don't eat at all. So they're automatically
Yeah.
starting off with advantage when it comes to America because they take that same business mindset they took over there. But because it's not so capitalist like it is here, they could take it and they could build on it and make and do better with it because they have to sell oranges to make it. Like
I
just
think
for
it
example,
depends on where
Yeah.
you are in
we
these
don't
countries.
we go like our system is designed for us to be worker bees. This system designed to be business owners. That's the difference between
Yeah.
us and them. So when they
Yeah.
come here, what they do?
Yeah, that's
Think
a
about
fact.
when you go to
Yeah.
even when you go to the poor countries, what they doing? They might have a cheap business, but they have a business. They selling food on the side, still on the
Yep.
street. They're hustling.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yep.
how
Yeah.
they don't kill it, they
Yeah.
don't eat.
Yeah.
So they take that same mentality, come
Yeah.
over here in a capitalist society, and blow up.
Absolutely, because they number
Yeah.
one, they bring the hunger with them. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
oh, I'm going out here to
Mhm.
specifically make it. You know
And
what I
they're
mean? Like,
making
this
it
is
for
what
not
I'm
just
going there
them, their
for.
whole
Just to
I'm
family.
do
They're
that.
dying.
making it for.
Yeah.
Like,
They making it for their
Yeah.
whole family. They not see we hustle here and there, but they hustling for their whole goddamn family to send money back home. Trump ain't shit
Yeah.
though. He said
That's a
he gonna
fact.
throw some curbs on that money they trying to send back home or IDs and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I
Oh,
thought that was
also the
funny.
other thing too, the thing is that Hyundai is gonna build a factory here. That was already in place before he got
Yeah.
here. But I only brought that
Yeah.
up on the
Oh
merit
shit.
of there was a list already in place that
Yeah.
they put this actor in there for them to do. But that's what I'm. Everybody really plays attention to these people as if they're really the ones in charge. Like he's not the one in charge.
Yeah.
Watch who's buying all the major shit. That's who's in charge. We
Small
mentioned
business.
before the Panama
Yeah.
Canal is now completely owned by BlackRock.
Oh,
That's who's in
I
charge.
want
That's
to
who you
say
should be
that.
looking into. What'd you say?
Ask BlackRock if they hiring.
No, I
Like,
said,
Vanguard, can I get a job
But
again?
what could you do to keep yourself sane in these type of situations? Number one, turn your TV off.
No,
Put your
but
head,
hold up.
no, put your
But
head
hold
under
up.
the desk and stay there.
But look, you ain't even really got to turn your TV off. Black people has
Change the
always
channel.
been,
How about that?
yeah,
Yeah,
but
change the
we
channel.
always been survivors. Like I'm trying to tell people this. A lot of people's looking at what Trump doing and this and this and this.
We gonna
But
be all right.
no, but who does it affect really?
Everybody.
It's not us.
Nah, it
Because
affects us.
we don't got
It
all
might
that.
affect me directly in a couple of months. So I
No,
don't.
no. But if you
Just
look
like the
at
Great
it,
Depression, who did it really affect? Not black
Exactly.
people.
Oh yeah.
exactly.
Black people was chilling. They saved Cadillac.
Yeah.
That's a fact, though.
Yeah.
That's a fact, though.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It's like all this. Everybody's with Trump. This Trump is doing that. Shut the fuck up. Put your head down and keep doing.
And
what
go
you
read
do.
some and learn about
put
money
your head
and where
under
to
your
put your money.
desk, man.
Also,
Like, come on now.
the stock market is down, right? Yo, this is where you want to invest. This is the time to
Nobody
invest
got
your money.
I tell everybody, if you could, don't even invest your hold your damn money because you don't know what this country's going through. And you ain't gonna know if you're gonna get another dollar. Some of y'all gonna be unemployed at the end of this video now.
All right,
but
so
look.
if they're not gonna invest in the
Countries
stock
about-
market, buy
They
gold.
gonna do mass. Oh yeah, you
No.
can't go wrong
If
with
you ain't
gold.
gonna invest in the stock market, buy gold and silver.
Because it's gonna be this is what's gonna happen once that tax cut go through, everything is smooth. because right now they're working on it. And once they show the actual bill, once they get that, those investors get all that money, that $4.3 trillion tax cut. Because remember, they already got half of it already from
Oh, they just released
2017.
the tax plan. There's no
Tax the tips.
there's no there's still they didn't change that. Your tips and overtime is still going to get taxed. The only thing that happened in that tax thing was that there was an extension on the tax break for people that make over 300,000. Everything else is still
What
the
kind
same.
of shit is that?
That's what happened. People are, oh, we're gonna get overtime with no taxes.
You bugging. You
That
know how
ain't
much
gonna
money
happen.
we generate from overtime? Because think about it. Every time I do
Exactly.
overtime, I go crazy. I'm talking about I'm busting out
And
mad
then
hours.
they take
I like my check
even
gonna be
more
crazy.
taxes.
Let me tell you something. Once you start making a certain amount of money, they take every $10. They take every $9 to your $1 to your $10 you make. So
Yep.
you only coming home with $1 for each
Yep.
$10 you make.
Yep.
That's how they rob you.
Yep.
You in a different
If you
tax
get
bracket.
if you make 10,000, it's like Debo comes in. That's my 5,000.
He said, "Yo," he said, "Oh, I just made money." No, I made money.
I mean,
I
Give me
made
that.
5,000.
He put his
but
hand
that's
on.
exactly
Yeah.
how it is. Like, yo, Marvin Gaye
Yeah.
had the perfect song. Like, money, we make it. You know, make you want to holler before they see it. You take it. Oh,
Yeah.
make me want to holler. He was singing this in the 70s. Like,
Yeah.
of course,
But they had knowledge of self. They knew what it was and everything.
Yeah.
People got knowledge of self, and they can't like tell you straight out, but they can put it in a song. They can put it in a sermon.
Oh yeah, they definitely
what I'm
tried.
saying?
But the
I
difference
tell
between
people the
go ahead,
third
Joe, my
eye.
bad.
No. I'm just saying the third eye. People need to listen. They
Yeah.
need to
Well, I was
listen.
gonna say that back then we have more access to information now
Yeah.
than we ever had before. You know, and one of the sayings goes is if you want to hide the truth and the real powerful information from people, put it in books. And
Yeah.
that's true. Like if you
Yeah,
really are
yeah.
trying to learn knowledge yourself, you trying to truly master your mindset, like master your mindset. Like just think about that. If you're not mastering your mindset, who is mastered your mindset right now? Who's the one that's running your mind right now? Is it
Clear people. Okay. Look.
Nah, it's facts though.
Look. I'm gonna explain that to you.
Go
Because
for it.
when we was back then, we didn't go to hospitals. We didn't go to none of this pharmacy, got pills and stuff. We did stuff from the old school.
Homeopathic. Yep.
That's
Old
it.
school. So we lived longer and everything. So when they found out, like, hold up, wait a minute.
Oh,
We
somebody
get-
watching our short. They watching one of our shorts on TikTok that we made, and they say they join us from the shorts.
Nice.
Yeah, come live. Come on to YouTube live, man.
They said we can make money off of them.
Oh, okay.
Because
Of
what they
course.
eat, look, what they eat. Because in slavery, we gave them whatever. So they still eating it. We still eat. If you go, like, I went to Walmart and I seen this lady with 2 carts of groceries, and all the food was bad.
All of it.
Now but like I said, the government knows this. We're going to give them EBT. We're going to give them $400 or $500. We're going to give them all that because they're going to eat bad food. Now it goes to the medical. It goes to the medical now.
Yep.
Now the medical, y'all going to eat. We going to eat. Everybody's going to eat off of us. Even with the $1 trillion that we spend on fashion and jewelry. And just like Kirk said, the foreigners come over. What
and they capitalize. Yep.
There you go.
That's
Yeah,
it.
like look at it this way. Every neighborhood you go to and you see the bodega, how many of them black owned?
That's true.
Yeah.
Yo, a Chinese restaurant can open up in the hood and never advertise. All they gotta do
Yep.
is put their menus in people's doors, and they over there
That's
making.
it.
They became
That's
a
it.
millionaire in a
They've
couple
been doing
years.
that forever,
Yeah.
and they've been
Yeah.
winning, like doing that shit
Yeah.
forever. Like that's so
And
damn
I'll
clever.
even I want to throw this seed into people's minds too. When you go to the supermarket, right, and
Uh-huh.
you see that one aisle, it says healthy food aisle,
Mhm.
right? If
Nobody's
that's
in
the
it.
one healthy food aisle, what the fuck is in the rest of the
Resident
aisles?
Al. Exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah, let me get a little bit of that poison.
Mhm.
Type 2.
Yo,
Oh, get a load of this.
MSG, terrible.
Somebody stole your word. You got a company that's talking about they're doing an investigation with processed food, and they calling it processed food disease, the type 2 diabetes.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah,
your
that's what it
word.
is.
I heard it from you first. Yeah, they out
That's what
here,
it is. It's processed
they out
food
here
disease.
watching our
But
shit.
nah, think about that. If
Yeah,
there's
that's
one
real.
aisle that says health food, so what is in the other aisles? Like, just think of it in that
That's a
context.
fact.
Like if you got $300 worth of EBT or 400, 500,
Mhm.
go to the health food aisle and get your 10 items with your $300 and make it work.
Mhm.
If you
Yeah,
got
make it work.
$300
Like,
for EBT, I
pay
give you
now or
$100.
pay later.
No, I'm just playing.
Nah,
No, but
they
like people like,
know.
oh, it's expensive.
They
It's
lock
expensive
people
to
up
eat
for that.
healthy.
You know that, right? That
What?
if you like, I see everything as a public servant. Yo, they be locking people up for selling their EBT shit. Like,
Oh,
yo,
yeah.
Oh,
the dude
they
was
been
like, yo,
doing that.
I
No,
was
they've
like,
been
oh
doing that.
shit. I
They've
just
been
thought
doing
I
that.
got a chance to see it myself. Somebody get locked up was a week ago. I said, what is it? He said, nah,
Shoot,
he
they've
sold
been
him
selling their
$400 of
EBT since they was on paper. Remember when
Paper,
they was
yeah.
when they
Yeah.
came in the book?
Oh, remember the food? Yeah.
Look. I'm gonna
Remember they
tell
ripped
you.
the dollar in half at the store. You could rip
Look,
half of the dollar and give it to the for 50
yeah,
50 cents.
yeah. Motherfuckers was coming up, and they ain't had no green money.
Yeah.
They'd be like, "Look, I'll give you $100. Let me get like 2 or 3 caps." Easily. Like, come on now. Like, these people are sitting here and they know the bad food. They
And they're gonna
know,
eat it
like,
anyway.
It
but that's
tastes
why
good.
if you look at a lot of people, they overweight because soda, processed food,
That's
All of
me.
it.
like all of
Overweight.
that. Yo, can you? Okay, I'm telling people right now, for 1 week, let me see you eat fruits in the morning. Just fruits. That's it.
That's why I eat.
Mhm.
I eat
And
my
water.
energy. No, not energy. I eat my protein shake, my 2 bananas, and my cup of coffee Bustelo.
The-
And with
you
monk
know
fruit.
this too? People think they need to eat a lot of food at a time too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you really don't need to eat that much food.
No.
Like the more food you eat, the more tired you're
How
gonna be.
you'll get.
Hell
That's
yeah.
The
a fact.
more
That's
weighed
a fact.
down you're gonna feel, the more
Yeah.
itis you're gonna have because you're putting too much food into your body, and now it's taking your body longer to break it down. Then you're putting all this food that has no nutritional value, so your body's not absorbing any proper nutrients. Then, if you're eating too much crap over time, now you're building up toxicity in your body. So now you're building up this toxicity. So now you're going to come up with a dis-ease, and you're like, oh, how did I get sick? Why would this happen to me? Like, you could tell people, you can heal somebody. Like me personally, I don't want to heal somebody or help somebody heal unless if they're ready to heal from the things that make them sick.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like people just want to hurry up and get over whatever the sickness is, but they don't want to stop doing the things that cause the sickness.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. One more other thing. I'm glad you said that. Us as Black people and Spanish people, we eat bad food.
Woo.
Like Thanksgiving. I'm talking about Sunday meals. We eat bad food and everything.
Leave
So
that
if
pork
you
alone.
eat bad food, no. It's not even pork. It's
It's the
Arroz
seed
con pollo.
oils. It's the canola oil, the
See,
vegetable oils.
yeah,
It's
all
the
that,
processed
'Cause
meats. It's the microwavable
all
shit.
of that. We've been groomed to eat bad food all our lives and everything. So I tell people this: wake up.
Again,
Like
that's where education comes
school
in.
days. Wake up. Like definitely wake up. But I also want to say something real quick for my other sound off. I want to say rest in peace to C Now. He passed
Oh
away,
yeah.
and
Wow, right?
yeah,
My
and plus
condolences.
the Smith family from
The
Park
Smith
Hill,
family.
Anthony
Yeah,
Smith. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? He passed away and everything. My thing is this:
yeah.
is like people got to understand that. I don't want to say 7 Cent said it. He said it. He said it, and I'm gonna put it out there.
Yeah.
People, please get life insurance.
Oh,
Like,
for
Oh
sure.
like
my
you know what I'm
God.
saying?
Let me go
Please get
off
life
on
I
this
don't
insurance.
want
real
to, and
quick.
this goes to my family members. I
Hold
don't want to
up.
bury no more people, yo. Across the years,
Ex-
I spent a lot of
yeah,
money burying family,
yeah,
helping with family. Yo, get your damn life
I'm gonna
insurance,
go a
especially if you
step
got a
further
family.
with that.
yeah,
Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah,
yeah.
If
Uh-huh.
every black
Go ahead.
person gets life
Mm-hmm.
insurance, you will start to
Mm-hmm.
see less shit happen to black
we'll
people.
get real civil rights
There'll be
because
less
that's
medical
Yeah.
malpractices. There will be
Mm-hmm.
less killings,
yeah,
unjustified killings
Yeah.
by officers and
Yeah.
stuff. Like, people don't
Yeah.
understand insurance companies don't want to
to
pay out
lose. They don't want to
anything.
lose. Yeah,
They don't want to lose.
Yeah.
So if every
Yeah.
black person signed up for life insurance, right?
Life
Now
insurance. Mm-hmm.
messing with us is gonna mess with their bottom line. They're
yeah.
not gonna do it.
Yeah,
Not as
exactly.
much. They
That's a
definitely
fact.
won't.
That's a
And
fact.
life insurance, you can get. I got life insurance through my bank for like $8 a month, and
Yeah.
I think that gives me like 50, 60,000.
So I got one
That's
for.
enough for a burial right there, and then
I got
some.
one
Yeah, yeah.
$26
You know,
a month, and it gives
but I'm
me a
just saying,
lot.
like,
Yeah.
life insurance is not that expensive to get.
Especially if
It's
you're young.
not.
Get it while
But
you're young.
Yeah, the best is to
but
get it when you're
Oh
look,
my
young.
God. Yeah.
look. If you can go out there and buy $80 weed a week, you can spend some money on some life insurance.
That
Buy
is a
Real
fact.
talk.
Jordans.
Yeah.
You can buy a Gucci belt for $300. Why you like when you pass
Yep.
away? Why people gotta sit there and put you on a GoFundMe page so they can bury you? Like
I,
come on now. But that's
no,
not even funny
that's
to me
true. Yeah.
No,
because
it's just people being ignorant.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
yeah,
not they're
true.
not being ignorant. They are
they
ignorant,
are
but they don't
ignorant.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
They don't
yeah,
know about these
yeah,
things or even think that they're that important.
yeah.
People
Like
walk
come on
around like
now.
they're gonna live forever too. That's another weird thing that people do. Like,
Yeah.
talking
It's just
about
one-
death is like, oh no, I don't want to talk about that.
it's just one
No.
guy in the hood. The reason why it made me chuckle a little bit because there's one guy in the hood used to walk around all these chains, right? He got killed. God rest his soul. Good dude.
Mhm.
But his family ran to me like, yo, hey, we having a GoFundMe for him. I'm sitting there saying this nigga had all those chains and shit. So I ain't want to say nothing, but the next day I said, yo, he need to get buried or something. She's like, nah, we're gonna do a cremation. We don't got enough money. I said, what happened to his chains and stuff? She said it was all fake. I said, God damn.
Wah,
Oh my
wah.
God. I almost laughed
I
right
mean,
there. I had to
real
catch
talk,
myself.
Slick Rick
I hope
was
they ain't watching
smart
this
when
shit.
he was
Damn.
buying all
Yeah.
that gold that he got, because them chains was 100% real.
No,
Those were
but
investments.
look. But
Like, if you're gonna
real
buy
drug
gold,
dealers,
investment.
yeah, real drug dealers buy diamonds
Yeah.
and them paintings and stuff because you can hold that, and that's always going to have value to it.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
got
then
dumb,
increases in value.
yeah. You got dumb motherfuckers that buy Lexus and a $250,000
Things
car.
that decrease in value.
Remember when the
Yeah,
police killed?
stop.
Remember when they killed Junebug and I'm gonna get you sucker? All that jewelry he had on.
Yeah,
Oh my God, he had so much damn jewelry on this. I was like, I would have robbed him if I was the
He's
police.
stupid.
Give me a piece of that damn chain. I can feed my family for a
Nah,
year.
but real talk, like, people, and I'm gonna go a step further with this. There is something called pre-planning. You could pay for your arrangements while you're alive.
Camp
You can
post,
make
baby.
all of your arrangements down to what
Yeah.
what you want to be buried in. Like, you can do this now. Like, you
Which
can
Yeah.
find the
who's
cemetery or find the funeral home, come up with a plan, and start making monthly payments.
who's getting
Yeah.
buried? Who's getting buried? You prefer to get buried or cremated? Which
Nah,
I
cremate. I'm getting
Cremated?
so I made my decision. I want to be a tree.
you want
So
to be? You gonna follow me? It's like 20 grand. I don't care,
you
yo. I'm
got
gonna be
mad
camp
excited.
post.
So there's two
post.
ways to be a tree, right?
Nah, I
Either
just
one,
want.
they could actually put your whole body in this
Yup.
capsule that goes at the bottom
Into the
of the roots
ground
of the
and
tree.
it
That's
grow
one
out.
way. Or the
Yeah.
other way is that you can be cremated and your cremains are put at the bottom of a tree.
I want to be one. The one that
Nah.
costs like 20 grand. I want you to put my whole body in the
Put
ground.
my body
told my
under a
wife-
tree.
I told my wife I plan to die before, so when I die, you could just water me. You could come visit me. I'm still alive. Just in a
Yeah, I'm
different
still
form.
alive. I'm feeding
Put some
the
water
earth.
me. Make sure I'm good. Don't get no animals.
I'm going back.
I'm back with the mother. I want to be in the ground.
Plant
with
me in
the
the
with the
backyard,
mother.
baby.
Yeah, I'm going back to the essence. I'm going back to the essence because we all come from dust. So I'm going back to the essence.
Oh, okay.
You
So-
know, I'm
I
going
want to
back
feed
to
a
the
few
essence.
things before I completely turn into dust. So I want to make
Oh, so
sure
you-
that when you go up to this tree and you touch it, you can wrap your hair around it like Avatar, and you can hear
Yeah.
my thoughts, and I'm gonna be laughing and shit and singing my music. So yeah,
I want some
that's what
thorns.
I'm.
Just keep
Huh?
people away. So if somebody try to touch my tree, it'll poke them thorns. I want some thorns with my
You
shit.
stupid.
Nah, I mean,
But damn, we could go over time like we always like. This was a good one, y'all. But everybody, please, I hope you enjoyed the show. Please like, share, subscribe. I hope you enjoyed another episode,
Yeah,
another
mhm.
time and some energy with us. Awareness Academy 411. Again, I'm your girl Wendy Zizzo here with Nappy Red and Kirk the Jerk,
Hello.
and we'll see y'all next week. Peace. I love how excited.